You meant something about the white liberal. I don't think the white liberal, although he feels that he's been quite close to us, I don't think that he even has been able to understand this, and especially this idea about the same thing that's been going on in the Muslim movement as well with your small church. I don't even think that although he's felt he's been real close.
I don't think he's even suspected it.
No.
Because, well, white liberals think of themselves as missionaries. I had a kind of fight once with a fairly well-known white liberal. And I said in the course of my conversation, something of Mr. Charlie. This man has been around for a long, long time. And he said, who's Mr. Charlie? And I was shocked that he didn't know, you know. And I told him who Mr. Charlie was. I said, you're Mr. Charlie. All white men are Mr. Charlie. But liberals have protected themselves against this level of experience because their principal motive has so far been, as far as I can tell, a kind of alleviation or protection of their own consciences. They want to do something to help Negroes because it makes them feel better. But the prices they paid for this kind of effort is that they've never discovered who a Negro is. Not what, but who. Only a liberal, for example, could write the script of the Defiant Ones. No Negro could. No. Only a liberal can be offended, as John Fisher at Harper's Magazine is offended. When, you know, when Negroes make some unmistakable indication that they don't want anymore. This is the record, you see. They really think that somehow the record of the Negro people's survival in this country is something on which they can congratulate themselves. And they don't know that for every one man who survived, 20 perished. And that whatever the Negroes managed to do here was done against the tremendous opposition of the power structure. I don't mean there weren't some white people who managed, no. But in the generality, this is the way it's been. In other words, when it's fought very hard for whatever one's got.
Well, Jimmy, do you ever feel that the white liberal will ever become a foot soldier with us? I mean, he's been always at the side, I mean, giving out some information, fighting, and this and that. But do you feel that he'll become a foot soldier with us in this struggle, in this battle?
Well, I'd like to feel that he would become a foot soldier, but there's no evidence so far. He cannot become a foot soldier until he's willing to give up all those preoccupations which allow him to think that he's saving us. And until he's willing to do something even harder, just to realize that if he's going to do it, he's not doing it for me or for Negroes, he's doing it for himself. And that if it means enough to him, then he has to be prepared to risk everything he has, from his status to his child.
I mean,
so that's what we have to do.
A lot of times, you feel that the white liberal, a lot of times, that when the things gets real tough, that he can escape. I mean, he can revert back tomorrow.
When the white liberalism, when things get tough, a white woman liberal told me a few weeks ago, she had the bad luck to be sitting in the same room with about 20 students who were telling like it is. Sterling Brown was there, and she was one of the few white liberals in the room. And what these kids were saying, in effect, was, white people don't know enough about us to be able to help us. White people say one thing and do another, and all of this is absolutely true. And she was terribly, terribly hurt, bitterly hurt. And she said, I'm sure I've done more for the Negroes than they've ever done. And I got mad. And I said, that's exactly what they were saying. They don't want you to do anything for Negroes, They want you to do it for you. And she said, well, I'm not willing to damage my child, she said. And I said, well, then forget it. That is what it comes to.
Myself.
After all, speaking for myself, it's kind of insult. Here I am, as they say, no visible scars. I'm not isolated. I got a family, and a history, and I got nieces and nephews.
Mm-hmm.
I can't protect them. They're in tremendous danger every hour that they live, just because they're black, not because they're wicked. And I mean this from the baby niece to the oldest nephew, who's only 16. Now, if this is where they are, and I know that every time I leave my nephew, I don't know what'll happen to him by the time I see him again. I mean, not only inside, but physically.
Mm-hmm.
How can you expect me to take seriously somebody who says, I'm willing to fight for you, but I can't afford to let my children I can't afford to let my children be damaged. And furthermore, how can I take seriously somebody who doesn't realize that their children are being damaged by this, by the continuation of this system? You can't serve, as they say, two masters. The liberal can't be safe and heroic too.
In other words, he want to become so safe that he gets behind the safety zone.
Yes, that's right. He's with you, but not when the going gets rough. And really, what I really mean at bottom is that he doesn't. If you can think of it in those terms, you don't see the gravity of the situation. You don't see that we are living in a segregated society. And there's terrible things to my child, and there's terrible things to your child too. If you don't see that, then I don't think you see anything. Most liberals do not see that.
One of the great American illusions